Welcome everybody to the second installment of Chingonamics, Crypto with Edgar. I am so happy to get all the amazing feedback I've received from my community. Thank you guys for checking out the program. Thank you for giving me the feedback. Smitty, thank you for giving me the feedback on the audio. I want to make sure that I'm not overpowering what I'm saying with the music that I'm trying to play, but as you can tell, I'm really excited about the music I produce. Check it out on SoundCloud when you have a chance. But again, welcome to another installment of Chingonamics, Crypto with Edgar. And people ask me, like, Edgar, so it's cool, congrats, like, what does Chingonamics mean? Like, what is that all about, right? So what I wanted to start with is just to give you guys a little context into what inspired me to name this channel the way I did. So if you look at WordSense or any other dictionary online, Chingon means someone who's very smart, intelligent, and can do things quickly. And chinga, right? Chinga is like one of the most chingar. It's one of the most delicious, most flexible, most creative words ever created in any language. But in Spanish in particular, in Mexican Spanish in particular, it's like firepower. It's forget about it. So Chingon means somebody that's badass, right? So for me, Chingonomics means the economics of being badass, right? Like how do I take advantage of all these amazing gifts that I've developed? And even to go into further depth, I created a pretty cool chart, a presentation about what is Chingonomics, right? What is that all about? And what I like to say is that this philosophy has three main pillars, right? Hard work got you here. If you're watching this channel, if you're watching this video, it means that you're in the path to trying to better your situation. You're trying to figure out how you can take advantage of market situations to improve your life. That's beautiful, man. That means that your hard work, your ability to research, your ability to dig into stuff got you to this place, right? And another concept in Chingonomics is recognizing that what got you here will not get you there, right? Some of the things that we grew up believing in, working towards, may not be applicable in this new economy, in this new reality, right? So recognizing that. And third, and just as important as the other two, it ain't fun if the homies can't have none. I think for me and for anybody else looking at capital markets and the ability to generate wealth, I think we've gotten to the time when these great opportunities that are going to change the way humans behave with one another have the ability to generate tremendous amounts of returns. I want to equip and prepare myself and the people that I can influence and perhaps connect with to be informed, just at the very minimum, to be informed of all these amazing forces that are taking place, and to be able to share that information and to be able to empower you, to empower your family, your parents, your neighbors, the folks you go to church with, whoever you care about, right? To say, look, these are things that are happening. The world is changing. I want to make sure that, that I'm on top of things. So going on the first one on hard work, right? Here's a picture of my grandpa, my man, Joaquin. May he rest in peace. He passed away about 7 years ago, about the same time my family became whole. We're an adopted family, so I'll give you guys a story later about that. But here's a picture of him with me when I graduated with my Master's of Public Administration from the University of Southern California back in 2005. And I was so proud that he was there with me, and he was beaming that day. And he's a reminder to me, right? This is a guy that grew up an orphan himself, irrigating canals and ditches up in the high Sierras in like crazy cold weather, barefoot, breaking ice and shattering it, overcoming adversity, moving his whole family before highways to a new town to create a new homestead and grow wheat and mosquito infested fields, like crazy stuff like that, right? So it puts me and my struggles in perspective, and I think this applies to a lot of us, right? To a lot of you guys watching. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have beautiful stories of your ancestors overcoming all these obstacles, right? So I think all of us are equipped to appreciate the hard work can get you places, that your ability to absorb punishment, as horrible as that sounds, it helps. And the value of sacrifice, like what something is way more delicious once you realize how much it costs you. And I think for me, it's realizing that in this environment, and I don't want to get too political here, but today I think with this in mind, this is what makes America so fantastical, that a gentleman like him has a grandson like me who's now talking to you guys about these concepts. And I'm blessed to be an American, and I love this country so much, and that's why I want to be able to share this information and to be able to share the fact that anything is possible, and that we can empower each other in our communities. So having said all that, right, so the concept of like what got you here will not get you there. I think one very important just concept that I want to be able to just impart upon us is to think about the difference between the power of labor and capital, right? If you look at the things that we talked about, right, the hard work, get there, go get a nice job, work 9 to 5, that labor income is taxed at a higher rate than capital gains, right? So the money that you invest grows with more generous tax advantages, and not only that, but that money that you're investing in capital continues to grow and compound, and that's something that we can cover later. But the power of compound interest is significant, and as we've all seen, like with the news and everything we're seeing in our own jobs in the marketplace, labor income is becoming an issue, right? How do we sustain ourselves and continue to go further? So I think with Chingonamics, it's about understanding that capital markets are there for us to be aware of, and it's our responsibility to be informed and to take advantage of opportunities as they become available, because we're the ones we're waiting for. You know, if we're trying to build the next generation of brown philanthropists that can invest in brown businesses or any kind of businesses, female-owned businesses, LGBTQ-owned businesses, immigrant-owned businesses, insert your demo here. This is not, my philosophy is not exclusive to anybody. I think for me, it's just I'm appreciative of everything America has given me, and I think I come to this conversation with a unique and really unique perspective on my culture, right, about what it takes to become successful. And I think as a child of immigrants, I think a lot of you guys can relate to that too, right? So I just wanted to make sure that this point was given, that the stuff that we were programmed or trained to do are not necessarily the skill sets that are going to generate the kind of returns and wealth that are going to perhaps provide multi-generational wealth. And last, and just as important, is it ain't fun if the homies can't have none. You know, it's these are amazing photos of, I was a mime at one point, and eventually I'll share more with you guys, but these guys just remind me of multiple people and that you want to have fun with. It ain't fun if the homies can't have none. I want to make sure that as this market continues to expand and grow and be the juggernaut that I expected, and smarter people than I expected to be, I want to make sure that the people that I care about, the community that I know, the community that cares enough about my opinion, is informed about these issues and can be an asset to their communities and to each other. And I think for me, that's a lot of fun. So anyhow, I hope that explains my philosophy on Chingonamics. I hope that makes a lot of sense. Thank you everybody for your support. This was just something that I just wanted to make sure, like I've come from the nonprofit world, and doing a mission statement has always been something important. I just want to make sure that I shared those components to my 3 pillars. Hard work got us here, no matter where you came from, regardless of whatever gender, ethnicity. Hard work got you here, and the sacrifices your ancestors made and all those wonderful traditions and values you learned, we should honor them. Having said that, what got us to this point will not get us to the next point, and that requires creativity and looking at data intersectionally in all kinds of funky new ways, right? And to look at emerging technologies with that curiosity, with that sense of awe and curiosity, and also using your intellectual firepower to critically analyze opportunities where you can take advantage, right, of investments. And lastly, it ain't funny if the homies can't have none. Share with the communities. I think the age of us just measuring our wealth against the difference of those that don't have it, those days are gone. I think we need to think exponentially and think about equipping those around us to be successful as well. Anyhow, I can wax poetic, and I'll continue waxing poetic. Thank you, beautiful people, for your support, and I look forward to the next installment of Chingonamics. God bless.